Now come. Good evening, everyone. Today's topic is AFCAT. This is basically entry for Air Force, Indian Air Force. If you want to join Air Force, this is the examination that you can apply for after graduation, and you can, if you clear your exam, you can join AFCAT through AFCAT Indian Air Force, right? Today we have Vipul Patil sir with us. He is teacher with ADCI and also ex-student. He was with us for NDA during 2018 batch, right? He himself has cleared CDS examination and AFCAT exam also. So today he will guide us, he will give us information about AFCAT. So,
Hello everyone. So we are talking about AFCAT examination. So first of all, full form of AFCAT is Air Force Common Admission Test. It is happens twice in the year. So according to Feb and in August. So twice in the year. After AFCAT entry, you can apply in the AFCAT entry for flying branch. There are only 18 vacancies for men, 11 vacancies for women. Ground, which is only technical entry, which is engineering entry. The students who are completed their engineering, they only apply for technical entry. So there are 88 plus 36 entry for men and 23 and 9 entries for women. Ground duty or non-technical entry, where the non-engineering background student also can apply for ground duty, where there are branches in ground duty started from weapon system, admin, it is administration, logistic, accounts, education, and meteorology. So there are, you can see the vacancies there. After that, flying is a separate branch for NCC special entry. There is a separate for flying, and there is a 10% seats out of CDSE vacancy for AFCAT entry. Talking about the age criteria, so flying branch, you can the student in between the age of 20 to 24. Student between 20 to 24 can apply for flying branch, born between 2 July 2001 to 1 July 2005. Both dates are inclusive. So upper age limit for candidate holding valid and current commercial pilot, it is for DGCA pilot. The one who have the DGCA pilot, they have the age relaxation for up to 26 years. For the ground duty, technical and non-technical branches, the age is between 20 to 26 years, and borning date between 2 July 1999 to 1 July 2005. Both dates are inclusive. Okay, AFCAT is a type of short service commission. It is a 14 years of commissioning. Then about the education qualification. So flying branch candidates should have mandatorily passed with a minimum of 50% mark in each maths and physics at 10+2 level. So it is the first qualification, educational qualification criteria. Graduation with minimum 3 years degree course in any discipline recognized university with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. So it is for non-technical, the degree can be of any course, but for technical, it is of BE BTech degree from recognized university with the same criteria of 60% minimum marks or equivalent. Then for weapon system, there is different criteria, that is minimum of 50% marks each in maths and physics at 10+2 level, and graduation with minimum 3 years degree course in any discipline, minimum of 60% or equivalent marks. Adam and log is logistic. So there are same condition like pass 10+2 and graduate degree, minimum 60% marks or equivalent, cleared section A and B, examination of association membership of Institute of Engineering. Accounts branch pass for 10+2 with 60% of marks. BCom, the student can have BCom degree, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Management Studies, Bachelor of Business Studies, qualified CA, CS or CFA, BSc with specialization in finance, any one of them. Education, for the education branch, the student should have passed 10+2 and post graduation with 50% marks in any discipline, including integrated course, and with 60% marks in graduation in any discipline. For metallurgy, pass 10+2 and BSc with physics and mathematics with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent, or 4-year graduation in engineering technology discipline with a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. So far, any questions?
Parents to join किया है online. If you have any questions, please let us know. Please ask questions in chat box. आपके कोई भी queries है, please ask questions in chat box.
So this is the educational qualification for different branches. So after clearing the AFCAT entry, there are 4 AFSB center in India: Dehradun, Mysuru, Gandhinagar, Varanasi, and Guwahati. So after clearing the AFCAT entry, you have to go for this SSB center for your respective SSB. So date and duration of training is scheduled to commence in the first week of July 2025 for all courses. The approximate duration of training for flying and ground duty, which is technical branches, is 62 weeks, and that of ground duty, which is a non-technical branch, is 52 weeks at Air Force Training Establishment.
तुम्हाला मी म्हटलं माती करा माती करायला असेल तरी चालेल
Talking about the physical conditioning, what are the physical procedure? Prospective candidates are advised to keep themselves in good physical condition to adapt to physical training at AFA. You need physically fit for the SSB part also, because there is individual obstacles and ground obstacles task. So for that, the physical conditions is required. Then there are certain physical conditions that the aspirant should know: running, swimming, rope climbing, and other forms of physical training conditioning, in which they would undergo mandatory tests during training. Candidates are advised to keep themselves in good physical condition by following an under mentioned routine: running up to 4 kilometers in 15 minutes, running up to 4 kilometers in 15 minutes, skipping, push-ups and sit-ups, minimum 20 each, chin-ups 8, rope climbing 3 to 4 meters, and swimming for 25 meters. So ये जो क्राइटेरिया है ये हमें एकेडमी में जाने के बाद फॉलो करना है. But before going to academy, we have to the student have to face the SSB part. In the SSB also, there is a part which is GTO, ground testing officer, group testing officer, where you have to go within group task. जहाँ ग्रुप टास्क हमको करने पड़ेंगे, उसमें भी थोड़ी बहुत फिजिकल कंडीशनिंग, उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जैसे रोप क्लाइंबिंग वगैरह, तो उसमें भी थोड़े बहुत फिजिकली फिट रहना जरूरी है कैंडिडेट के लिए. Syllabus of examination is basic. There are 4 types in the one paper. So the types are English, general awareness, numerical ability, reasoning and military aptitude test. हर एक के 25 क्वेश्चंस मिलेंगे, तो टोटल यू विल गेट 100 क्वेश्चंस. इंग्लिश में अगर बात करूं, इंग्लिश में कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, डिटेक्ट एरर इन सेंटेंस, सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन, filling in or correct word, synonym, antonym, close test, or fill in the gaps in a paragraph, idioms and phrases, analogy, sentence rearranging, substitution in a sentence, one word substitution. Talking about general awareness, it includes history, geography, sport, national and international organization, art and culture, personalities, environment and ecology, Indian polity, economy, basic science based knowledge, science and technology, current affairs, national and international defense news. Numerical ability is comes under basic maths, so decimal fractions, time and work, average and percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, simple and compound interest, time and distance and races, area and perimeter, probability, number system and number series, mixture and allegations rules, and clocks. Reasoning and military aptitude test comes verbal and non-verbal reasoning. So it is basically an easy type of examination, not that hard. If the student are well prepared, he can easily crack the examination. You will get 25 questions of each. There's 4 part to total 100 questions. So examination cities are there mentioned examination cities. So talking about training will commence in the first week of July 2025 for all courses at Air Force Academy Dundigal, which is in Hyderabad. The duration of training for flying and ground duty technical part is 62 weeks, and that of ground duty non-technical branches is 52 weeks at Air Force Training Establishment. PAN card and account in SBI is mandatory at the time of joining Air Force Academy. Aadhaar card is mandatory for registration. And for the students who are going for flying branch, there is an extra test called PABT, which is a flying officer test. So the students going for applying for flying branch, they have to go through that test also. If they are not able to clear that test, then they will उनको अलग जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उनका जो सेकंड ऑप्शन है उनके लिए उनको भेजा जाएगा इफ दे आर नॉट एबल टू क्लियर द PABT टेस्ट. सो फॉर्म्स अभी है. सो हाउ टू अप्लाई ऑन द फॉर्म्स, पहले हम AFCAT.CDAT.in वेबसाइट पे लॉगिन करेंगे. उसके बाद देयर आर डिटेल इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉर फिलिंग इन द ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म, which is applicants need to exercise utmost care while filling in the online application. In case any information is found to be incorrect, the candidature is liable to be cancelled at any stage of the selection process. Please verify the correctness of information entered in all the fields before proceeding with the make payment option. So the process is, first of all, we have to click into candidate login on the home page of AFCAT sign in. After that, in the next page, applicants to click not yet register. So you have to, if you are new, you have to register there. Then sign up via the login ID you have created. and the password you have created, you have to enter it. After successful registration, sign in with the registered email ID. You have to reset password. You will get the password on the email first. Then you have to apply, paste that password in your account, and then you have to reset the password and fresh login. Then you have to select the AFCAT entry, or if you are going for NCC special entry, then you have to select for NCC special entry for flying branch. After that, click on instruction and read the instructions carefully. Acknowledgement of having read and understood instruction. There will be a check box, and you will be proceed to the next stage. Next, click fill application form. There are three types. First is personal details. So you have to fill your personal details. Then save and continue. Second one is qualification details, all about your 10th and 12th mark sheets and all. Then course percentage, communication details, and course preference. There will be 5 options as I told earlier: flying branch, administration, metallurgy. The preference you want first, you can choose. After that, communication details, your contact details and all. You have to upload documents, upload recent photo, signature and thumb impression. There is a specific criteria for size of that photo and signature and thumb, which is it should be in JPG format, and the file size should be between 10 and 50 KB. Name of each JPG image file should be corresponding to the document, which is mentioned in the instruction itself. So अभी हमारे पास form available है. You can apply for the form, apply for the AFCAT examination. As I told earlier, it is held twice in the year. First, it is in Feb, and second, it is in August. So now the exam is going to be held in August. I told how to fill the form application. Documents आपके पास होने चाहिए, जो documents 10th, 12th, before going for the SSB also. You can go to Air Force by only 3 examinations, which is NDA, CDS, and AFCAT. If you are specially preferring for the flying branch, then you have to go undergo through the PABT test. You can practice PABT test in the, you will get on the Google the PABT test in the website of DRDO. So you can practice before going to the SSB. So from past few years, talking about the cutoff of AFCAT, from the past few years, the cutoff of AFCAT have been in 150 to 160 marks. So there are total 300 marks. The cutoff have been 150 to 160. But in the AFCAT 1 2024, the cutoff is only 137. So cutoff कम हुआ है इस बार. शायद अगली बार भी उतना ही 137 या 140, 150 के अराउंड ही लगे कट ऑफ. बिफोर दैट जो हमारा कट ऑफ लगता था वो अराउंड 150, 160 के अराउंड लगता था. सो नाउ कट ऑफ भी कम हुआ है. Branch courses I will explain again. For you, if you are going for AFCAT entry, there are flying, ground duty, ground duty. There are 2 subtypes, which is technical and non-technical. Flying branch, so there are 18 vacancies for men and 11 vacancies for women. I told you that you have to undergo for PABT test also. Ground duty, for men there are 88 and 36 seats, and for women there are 23 and 9 seats, which is technical. The student who completed their graduation in engineering, they can apply for technical part. For non-technical ground duty, there are sub branches, including weapon system, administration, logistic, accounts, education, and metallurgy. For men, there are 14 seats in weapon system, 43 seats in administration, 13 seats in logistic, 10 seats in accounts, 7 seats in education, and 8 seats in metallurgy. And for women, there are 3 seats in weapon system, 11 seats in administration, 4 seats for logistic, 2 seats for accounts, 2 seats for education, and 2 seats for metallurgy. For NCC, who have done their NCC and having the C certificate, they can directly apply for the flying branch. So there are 10% reservation for that candidates also. Age criteria, I already explained you age criteria. So flying branch, there is a different criteria, and from ground duty, there is a different criteria.
All the participants, if you have any queries, please mention in chat box. We'll be waiting for 1 minute to answer your questions. So if you have any queries, please mention in chat box.
On another method for it is called commercial pilot test. वहां पे अगर कमर्शियल पायलट टेस्ट करना है तो इंडिया में अराउंड उसका मिनिमम खर्च 70 लाख टू 1 CR के अराउंड आता है. सो इट इज बेटर कि हमारे पास ऑप्शन है, वी कैन गो थ्रू एयरफोर्स थ्रू एफकेट एग्जामिनेशन, जहां हमें बस 649 रुपीज फॉर्म फीस है और थोड़ी बहुत पढ़ाई, जो कि एग्जाम बहुत इजी होता है एफकेट का. The one who is preparing for 2 months or 3 months who can easily clear the exam. So उसके बाद if you go to the flying branch, after retirement in flying branch, the अगर आप रिटायर हो जाते हैं फ्लाइंग ब्रांच से, तो वहां पे कोई भी कमर्शियल जो एयरलाइंस है वो आपको इजीली ले सकते हैं फॉर फ्लाइंग, बिकॉज यू हैव द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ फ्लाइंग द एयरक्राफ्ट. सो वो एक बेनिफिट रहेगा. इवन इट इज अ 14 years ऑफ सर्विस. उसके बाद भी आप रिटायर होके कमर्शियल एयरलाइंस में एज अ पायलट सर्व कर सकते हो. सो इट इज अ बेनिफिट ऑफ टेकिंग फ्लाइंग ब्रांच ऑल्सो. So after the clearing of written examination, you have to undergo through the SSB part. SSB is Services Selection Board, where it is a 5 days of process. In the first day, you have to go with the screening test. In the screening test, there are two sub stages. One is OIR. OIR is Officers Intelligence Rating, which is they will give you a test of aptitude questions, which is around 120 questions, and there's a time limit to solve that questions. After that, their second stage is PPDT, which is picture perspection and discussion test. They will show a picture which is blur, and you have to write the story in 4 minutes for that picture. And after that, you will discuss that story among the group. After the first day declaration of result, if you clear the screening part, then you will go for 4 days. The second day, it will be a psychological test. In the psychological test, there are 4 subparts, which is TAT, WAT, SRT, and SD. So TAT is thematic appreciation test, where again they will show for 12 pictures, and you have to write the 12 stories in the 4 minute of time span. You will get 4 minutes for writing each story. After that, WAT is word association test. In word association test, you will get 60 words, and you have to write the sentence including that word. In the SRT is situation reaction test. In the SRT, they will give you a situation There are total 60 SRTs. They will give you a situation and you have to write what will you react in that specific situation. After SRT, there is fourth part, it is SD. SD is self description. You have to write what is, there are 4 to 5 questions in that, which is basically what your parents think about you, what do you think about yourself, then what your friend circle thinks about you, what your teacher think about you, like that. After the second completion of second day, the third day and fourth day are included GTO task. So GTO is, I already told you, that group testing officer, where you should maintain you physically for that group testing, in which there are total 9 tasks. So for third day, you will go under group discussion. So for group discussion, it is like a specific topic. The GTO will give a specific topic, and you have to discuss for that topic. After that, it is group obstacle race. For that, you should have physically fit. Group obstacle race. So there are some obstacles, and you have to complete that obstacles with your group. Then there is PGT, which is progressive group task. Then again, there are some tasks you have to follow with your group itself. After the fourth day there will be a lecture part, where they will give some topic and you have to deliver a lecture on that topic for 3 minutes. After that, there is individual obstacle. You have to complete, there are 10 individual obstacle, and especially who are going for Air Force, they have the vertical climbing rope. For Army and Navy, there is no vertical climbing rope, but the candidates who are going for Air Force, there is a vertical climbing rope in the individual obstacle task. So there are total 10 or 10 obstacles for everyone, but for Air Force there are 11 obstacles, including that vertical climbing rope. So you have to complete that all 11 obstacles within the 3 minute of time span. After that, there is then half group task, command task, which is again a group task and command task. These all things are on the ground. So that's why I told you have to be physically fit for this. Then in the fourth day itself, you will get interviewed. The interview is about 40 to 45 minutes. The interviewing officer will ask you some basic questions about your PIQ, which is personal information questionnaire, about you, about your education, about your family, and all. So after that 45 minutes, and in the fifth day, there is a conference. So in the conference, the all assessors, psychologists, GTO, interviewing officer are together seated, and they will decide whether you are recommended or not recommended. So this is the 5-day process of SSB part you have to undergo. After that, the one who are going for the flying branch, वो ध्यान रखना कि उनको specs का problem नहीं होना चाहिए. And for flying branch, there is a specific height criteria also. वो height criteria भी follow होना चाहिए. बाकी ग्रुप ड्यूटी के लिए टेक्निकल नॉन टेक्निकल के लिए उतना सीरियस नहीं है, इतना स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं है. बट फ्लाइंग ब्रांच, because you will going to be a pilot, and you will fly the aircraft, so there is a specific height criteria and vision criteria.
मैम आपका इंटरनेट चेक करिए प्लीज, बिकॉज स्क्रीन, वेदांत प्लीज चेक योर इंटरनेट, बिकॉज स्क्रीन इज विजिबल टू अस. एनीवन जिसको स्क्रीन विजिबल नहीं है? एनीवन? Any questions? Any questions? Please ask in chat box. We are here to help you up. We are here to help you. आपके कोई भी doubts है, आपके कोई भी queries है, तो वो clear करने के लिए हैं. आप अगर हमें reply करोगे तो we'll understand what questions you have. So anyone, any questions? Please ask. This is our contact number. If any queries, if you want more details, you can feel free to contact on this also. We are from Anis Academy, East Defense Career Institute, established since 1988. So we are training students since 35 years, and we have more than 650 students as officers serving in Indian Army, Navy, Air Force currently. So if you have any what is the height required? Sir, we have one question. What is the height required and vision requirement? Vision for flying is 6 by 6. You cannot compromise on that. And height. Any questions? Any more questions?
So there is a specific criteria for flying branch. Your height should be between 162.5 centimeter for both male and female. And for ground duty, for male it is 157.5 centimeter, and female it is 152 centimeter.
Vision?
Vision it is 6 by
6 by 6. Question and answer. Are you audible now? Height and vision. Is this question clear? Lateral entry allowed. Diploma plus lateral entry allowed for AFCAT.
So if you are want to apply for AFCAT, you should go with 10 plus 2, and there should be 50% marks in 10 plus 2. If you are applying for diploma, minimum 50% marks each in maths and physics in 10 plus 2. If you are going with diploma, there is no way. You should have 10 plus 2, like 11, 12, and in 12th you should have 50% marks in maths and physics.
Not allowed because you get criteria 50% marks in 12th board exam, physics, maths, and physics. 50% in 12th board exam. So if you're not giving 12th standard and you are directly jumping for diploma and then lateral entry, you do not fulfill this criteria. That is the reason you need to do 10 plus 2 in science, physics and math subject, and then go for engineering. Any more questions? We have only 1 more minute. Oh, sorry, 4 more minutes left. Any more questions? I have shared one Google form in chat box. I have shared one Google form in chat box. Please fill the Google form and submit for your feedback. Because if we get your feedback, we'll understand what is helping you, what is guiding you, and what is not. What are your requirements? We'll understand that. And accordingly, we can, try to design our lectures. So this will help us to understand what is the audience looking for, right? So please, I've submitted one Google form in chat box. Fill that Google form and submit for us to understand, right? And this is our contact number. You can feel free to contact us for any queries. Any doubts? For all competitive exams, defense competitive, UPSC, all examinations. Last 1 minute. Any questions?
और कुछ हुआ नहीं क्या?
सर वहाँ पूरा पीपीटी हो गया.
दिखाओ जरा पीपीटी, मेरे को भी दिखाओ.
तो ये तो स्लाइड है.
एफकैट का ग्राउंड ड्यूटी पता है क्या आपने? एफकैट का
यस सर.
और कॉमर्स करके भी एफकैट कर सकते हैं, पता है क्या? कॉमर्स करके,
जी हाँ
कॉमर्स करके भी,
यस सर.
कॉमर्स
यस सर.
करके एफकैट कर सकते हैं, पता है क्या?
यस सर. अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट में उनको जॉब मिल सकती है. अकाउंट्स ब्रांच में काम किया.
लेक्चर और क्या था उसमें? दिखाओ पीपीटी, दिखाओ. और बैक
ये करंट.
एफकैट में फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री में मार्क्स मांगता, बोले क्या?
हाँ सर.
और
ये सेकेंड स्लाइड. थर्ड स्लाइड अबाउट एज क्राइटेरिया कि क्या आपका एज होना चाहिए. ऑनलाइन आपका एग्जामिनेशन जो है कैट, अभी उसका फॉर्म ओपन है, तो उसका एग्जामिनेशन कब होगा?
एफकैट का मैथ्स मतलब 10th लेवल का मैथ्स है, ये मालूम है ना?
यस सर.
और जो हमारे जो बच्चे एसपीआई के लिए पढ़ते हैं ना,
हम्म.
हमारे यहाँ अनीस क्लास में कमर्शियल क्या है, सुबह 6 बजे से 9:40 तक जो लेक्चर होता है वो एफकैट और सीडीएस के लिए है, और रात को 7:40 to 9:40 होता है, वो भी एफकैट और सीडीएस के लिए. वो हम लोग सुबह जो होता है वो इंडिया 11 बोलते हैं, और 7:40 to 9:40 होता है वो उसको एसपीआई बोलते हैं, लेकिन है एक्चुअली वो एफकैट की बुक से पढ़ाते हैं हम लोग. तो एफकैट मतलब एसपीआई का पढ़ाई, याद रखो. 10 साल का पेपर सॉल्व किया ना तो एफकैट का हो जाता है. पेपर डाउनलोड करके मिलता है हमारा टेलीग्राम लिंक, बोलो टेलीग्राम लिंक. टेलीग्राम लिंक पे आपको एफकैट के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स भी मिलेंगे. और किसी को कुछ पूछना है? और क्या? स्लाइड दिखाओ, नेक्स्ट स्लाइड.
इसमें शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन एंड एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन फॉर फ्लाइंग ब्रांच.
विपुल क्या बोला? विपुल ने नया क्या बताया?
कट ऑफ बताया. कट ऑफ क्या लगा था पिछले साल से, कितना लग रहा था और अभी कितना लगा है. पेपर पैटर्न कैसा होता है, उसके बाद एसएसबी में
अच्छा,
क्या क्या
मैंने
रहता
ऐसे
है.
सुना कि एफकैट में अभी गर्ल्स को ज्यादा जा रहा है बॉयज से कंपेयर टू नंबर ऑफ सीट्स, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
नहीं, ऐसा तो बॉयज के लिए भी है, बट एसएसबी में ज्यादा प्रेफरेंस देते हैं गर्ल को.
लड़कियों को?
हाँ, इजी रहता है एसएसबी में.
नंबर ऑफ वैकेंसीज ऐसा कुछ लिखा है क्या? गर्ल्स का ज्यादा, बॉयज का कम?
लिखा है यहाँ वैकेंसी, पूरा स्लाइड है भैया.
कितने गर्ल्स को, कितना है बॉयज को, कितना है?
मेन को 18 है फ्लाइंग में, वुमेन को 11 है. फॉर ग्राउंड ड्यूटी टेक्निकल 88 एंड 36 फॉर मैन, एंड 23 एंड 9 फॉर वुमेन.
ठीक है, और कुछ पूछना है क्या? पूछो. कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या? मैम पूछो.
ये बाकी ब्रांचेस का कि अगर बाकी ब्रांचेस में कोई जाना है तो फिर क्या एलिजिबिलिटी रहेगी? ट्रेनिंग, एग्जाम का सिलेबस एंड कौन से सिटीज में एफकैट का एग्जाम का सेंटर होता है, उसके बारे में भी पूरा डिटेल्स शेयर किया है. ये ट्रेनिंग के बारे में कि कौन से ब्रांच में अगर आप ज्वाइन करते हो तो आपका ट्रेनिंग कैसे रहेगा, कितने वीक्स का रहेगा, कहाँ पे होगा.
नहीं नहीं, विपुल को ये भी पूछो. विपुल को वीडियो भी बताओ, कितना साल तक एफकैट का एग्जाम दे सकते हैं? एज लिमिट क्या है उसका?
कितने साल से?
और डिफरेंट है हर किसी के लिए, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है.
क्या?
इट इज 20 to 24 फॉर फ्लाइंग ब्रांच. ग्राउंड ड्यूटी के लिए 20 to 26 है, टेक्निकल नॉन टेक्निकल.
अच्छा, और लड़कियों के लिए?
लड़कियों के लिए भी सेम ही है भैया, अनमैरिड होना चाहिए.
अनमैरिड होना कंपलसरी है?
हाँ,
तो किसी ने शादी करा और बाद में डिवोर्स किया तो?
नहीं चलता भैया, अनमैरिड चाहिए.
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है मैम.
थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. कल का जो लेक्चर रहेगा
कंपल्सरीली है ना? कंपल्सरीली बोलो अपने जितना भी टीचर्स है, और उनका एज अगर 26 नहीं हुआ तो अगर वो एफकैट का फॉर्म निकला क्या, खत्म हो गया डेट,
हाँ हाँ अभी ओपन है.
28
तो
लास्ट
अगर
डेट है.
उन्होंने नहीं भरा तो उनका सैलरी कट करेगा 1000 रुपीज. ग्रुप में डालो.
1000 रुपीज.
हाँ, जितने भी अपने स्टाफ है और 26 साल का नहीं हुआ और उन्होंने अगर एफकैट का फॉर्म नहीं भरा तो 1000 रुपीज कट करेंगे। एफकैट का फॉर्म भरने का कॉस्ट कितना है?
649.
649.
हाँ, तो उनको बोला अगर तुम नहीं भरेंगे तो 1000 रुपीज कट करेंगे हम।
अच्छा.
बोलो, सबको फॉर्म भरने बोलो, चाहे लड़का हो लड़की हो, और वो एज लिमिट में बैठता है। स्टाफ ग्रुप में डालो।
अच्छा. कल हम लोग एवरी डे 4 o'clock लेक्चर लेते हैं, 4:40 हम लोग लेक्चर लेते हैं, सम ऑफ द अदर टॉपिक विच इज बेनिफिशियल फॉर स्टूडेंट्स। तो कल का जो टॉपिक रहेगा वो रहेगा RIMC, राष्ट्रीय इंडियन मिलिट्री कॉलेज, विच इज इन देहरादून। सो इफ यू हैव सिबलिंग्स जो छोटे हैं, लाइक 6th 7th स्टैंडर्ड के, यू कैन ज्वाइन टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उनको कैसे बेनिफिट कर सकता है RIMC के एग्जाम। थैंक यू सो मच. Any problem?